What Marxism really is a type of surrendering. Type of surrendering. Marxism begins when it says, we are not going to assume there's anything but this. We're going to surrender to the world as it actually is. As it actually fucking is. What do I mean? Think about humanism in Marx's time. What is the universal humanity? Basically, humanity was an ideal of some kind. It wasn't the actual humanity that's real in the world, like that actually exists. The Enlightenment created an ideal humanity for which the real one was falling short. The real humanity was falling short of the one created, the ideal one in the Enlightenment. Just like how socialism with Chinese characteristics falls short of the ideal socialism of Western Marxists. Okay? Marx's materialism began when he said and he surrendered to humanity as it actually exists. There's nothing, he's not saying there's nothing beyond this. He's saying this is it. There is change in the world, so this is maybe not it, like the only thing that could possibly exist. But if humanity will ever be something new, if it will ever be something different, if it could ever be something different, it's only because it is somehow already here in the world. Marx simply accepts the world for what it fucking is. For what it fucking is here and now. Humanity was coming short of the ideal humanity, right? It was coming short of the ideal humanity. For Marx, the thing that this incriminated wasn't humanity, it was the ideal humanity. The thing, listen, for the bourgeois state, every humanity that fell short of the ideal humanity of universal law and rights and all that kind of stuff was incriminated. For Marx, the living reality of humanity, the scandal of this new class, the proletariat, which was an abomination of society. It was an abomination, the proletariat. How could a fucking class like this exist? They're overcrowded in these slums in the cities. They're overworked like animals. They're selling their labor, completely detached from any roots. This faceless mass, completely divorced from its traditional roots. It was a fucking monstrosity. Okay? It was a fucking monstrosity. Marx's conception of humanity, there's probably a fucking word for this that smarter people have coined, but I'm just going to create one. It's a destructive concept. What's a destructive concept? A destructive concept takes you out of the concept as an ideal concept and delivers you to some type of higher reality. Marx's humanity is just some type of negative concept that's meant to deliver us to the humanity right in front of our noses, right in front of us, as it's actually existing here and now. When Marx speaks about humanity, he doesn't have an ideal concept in his head. He's just saying, be delivered to the humanity that's in front of you, here and now. That's what, for Marx's humanism means, his humanity. We experience the world and humanity as somehow inadequate, right? So we come up with ideas about communism and socialism in our heads. What a better world would look like. What is the better world? Or from morality, what is a good person? What's an ideal type of moral position or something? You're going to find the same conclusion. Marx, Lacan, all these people, is basically going to be, there's nothing behind the curtain. This is it. This is actually it. This world, the imperfect world, that's actually it. There's no if it's inadequate, if the world is somehow inadequate, that inadequacy is a feature of the world itself.